Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club for The Car is the Star, and this special week, Porsche Week, our equivalent to Shark Week. We are seeing our second Porsche this week. It's the Porsche 911 Turbo 930 1981. This appears in Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7. Its manufacturer is Porsche, obviously. It's a 3.3 displacement is 3299 cc. I think that's like 3.3 litre or something. The drivetrain is RR. What's that? Rear engine, rear drive. It's a 3.3 litre single turbocharged air-cooled flat 6 engine with the maximum power of 295 brake horsepower. Its performance points in the game are classed at 494.43. The length of this bad boy is 4.291 meters with a width of 1.775 meters and a height of 1.310 meters. It weighs 1,300 kilograms or 2,900 pounds. The Porsche 911 Turbo 930/81 is a road car produced by Porsche. It appears in Gran Turismo Sports as of update 1.41 and Gran Turismo 7. This top-of-the-line version of the vaunted 911 possessed a more muscular look and a turbocharged engine. The first time that the word turbo appeared in the history of Porsche production models was in 1975. This was when they first started commercial sales of the 911 Turbo, which implemented all of the turbocharging technologies they had developed and accumulated through their racing activities. The front and rear over fenders of the car stuck out like a racing car, and a large rear wing occupied its rear end. The 3-litre air-cooled flat 6 was equipped with a single KKK turbocharger and produced 256 brake horsepower. This allowed the car to reach a cruising speed of 249 kilometers an hour, an incredible level of speed for a production car of its day. From 1977, the displacement was increased to 3.3 litres. An air-cooled intercooler was added to raise the power to 295 brake horsepower. Until 1985, models with these engines provided the highest specs in the standard lineup. This version of the Porsche 911 Turbo was produced up to 1989 and is often referred to as the 930 Turbo. The name comes from the type number within Porsche's development being 930, and because the pre-production model displayed at the Paris Motor Show a year before its release was displayed as the 930 Turbo. This is from Chris from the cafe. My mate Chris down at the cafe, he says, "This car taught the world the true meaning of turbo indeed. People are still talking about it to this day. Porsche poured all of its turbo know-how into the turbocharger that powers this 930 Type 911. Compared to the 78 model, it features an enlarged 3.3 litre displacement and a power output capable of 295.9 brake horsepower. Because the 911 is a rear-engine car, there's more load on the rear tyres, which allows for superior traction. Add to this a turbocharger and you've got a machine that can get some serious air. This 930 holds its own amongst Porsche's many masterpieces and is well worth having in one's collection." You can get this just in used cars. Just hope someone's flogging their used one for 218,100 credits, or if you place third or higher in the Porsche Cup event at Nürburgring Nordschleife, you'll get one of these bad boys. I mean, I'll form a sentence, excuse me. Yes, it's great, it's great. Now, I preferred the handling of yesterday's car, the 73, but this was fine. It was great handling. It was just a little bit more understeery than the car I tried before, and it didn't feel much gruntier, but it obviously is because it's 10 years newer and it's turbocharged. So It was a fantastic drive. I very much enjoyed it. These Porsches, I mean, it's just the way they're built, I imagine. It's just they slide around, and it's just delicious the way they handle the road. They hug the road, and yeah, the designers knew how to give you a great driving experience there at Porsche, I tell you. And I think, you know, I've always grown up knowing that the Porsche was an affordable sports car. It's not a supercar like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something ridiculous like that, but an everyday man could do a shed load of overtime and maybe possibly afford an old banger Porsche, and then only insure it to do 1,000 miles a year. But it can happen. So it's an achievable goal in your life that you could own a 911, and that's what makes the dream happen. Driving it around, I can see why it's a very popular car. It's so nice to drive, like the one before, the 73 Porsche. It's tremendous. Why don't they build all cars like this? Because they are gorgeous. I had a great time. And I wouldn't particularly say I'm a huge Porsche fan. It's not like, oh, suddenly we're doing Porsche Week, because I just wanted a gimmick like Shark Week, like this. Whoa, back end's gone, barriers met, hello. So yeah, it does go. You can push this car to the edge. I was wondering at what point this car was just going to give up the ghost on me, because she held in quite a few corners where it seemed like we were skipping the Light Fantastic, and the dream was going to end, but she just kept on in there. But you know, she did give up in the end. Yeah, you push this one to the limits. It's so much fun. It's a cracking drive. It's I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, maybe, I mean, I say understeer. I was probably going too fast into the corners. I was getting excited. I think I make a whole mess of the carousel. I think I drop out of that. No, it wasn't that bad. But what was that? The mini one. The mini one went well. I think the big one just did not go well. If it comes up, is it what I say in the used cars? Yeah, go and buy one. Beautiful fun. Where it's going to place, I don't know. I think it's on the Comfort Softs. It's definitely going to beat the predecessor, the 73, and that was between the two Ford Mustangs. But I think the PP will put it in the group ahead of it. So I'm not sure. It's going to be fighting the Sprinter Tuono. Is it going to be ahead of the Tuono? I don't know why I use that as a measuring stick, but yeah, the Nürburgring, the Nissan Nürburgring version Spec 2 GTR, I suppose that's where it's aiming at. It's an 81 though. It's quite an old car, so you'd be, did I say 81? I believe it is 81, 1981, maybe wrong. I was trying to find them that were all spaced out, these are Porsches. Give me a second, I'll get there in a minute. Well, they're going across the line anyway, so I've got to find the line. Porsche 911 Turbo 930 1981. Yeah, so cracking car. Buy it just for the experience of giving it a go. It's fun. It's a little more edgy than the one I did before. And it's also mighty fine to look at. Look at that. If there was a German James Bond, he'd be driving the Porsche. So there you go. That's the Porsche 911 Turbo 930 1981. It's in the PP600 category, and it's 6th out of 7. It beat the Tuono, which I think I mentioned during the drive. Not quite beating the Nissan Skyline. It did an 8:23.262, so over 12 seconds slower than the Nissan, and some 5 seconds quicker than the Tuono, the Sprinter. On Comfort Softs, I may add, again, so random what tyres they decide to put them on, but yeah, Comfort Softs, that's not bad, is it? It's not bad beating the Tuono, and they're very close in PP, so on the Comfort Softs, that's quite a feat. Interesting stuff. And that puts it 21st, because the Nissan Skyline is still at bottom of our top 20, the overall list. At the bottom here, we see the Nissan Skyline. So just below that is the 911 Turbo. But at the top there, Gran Turismo F1 500 TA. But we haven't taken anything fast out yet to go up against that one. I'll find back where we were. And find where you are. There you go. So 6th in the PP600 category and 21st overall, the Porsche 911 Turbo. Fun times driving it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share these videos. Just a bit of interaction to get YouTube to let YouTube know that you're alive. Let them count you as a fan of YouTube. Say YouTube one more time, just one more time. I dare you. I double dare you, mother. Come and join us in our community at the Virtual Racers Club. That's who I represent. And yes, these videos are about getting you into our Discord and into the races. It's all, you know, one feeds the other. If you've enjoyed this video, come and meet us. We're a great bunch of retrobates. Thank you very much. Peace, Turu, peace and love. Peace and love.